Okay, so we drove from 8,000 feet up in the Sierra Nevada all the way down to the coast, and we're right on Route 1 now on the coast. There were signs, pray for rain, back in the farming country. Once we got out of that, there's plenty of rain, of course. So we're driving through a little town on Route 100, go through a little water running across we're sitting on the road, and within a minute, the car starts to die. And I put in the clutch and I can rev it a little bit, but if I try to accelerate it all, it won't go. Pull to the side, I can restart it, and then it dies again. It sat for a couple of minutes at that point. I tried it again, it started right up. Very similar to what happened a year and a half ago, the first time we drove it through rain in Oregon, because I think there's just some water getting up into the engine, into the electronics somewhere. Good morning!
What's up?
We are leaving Solvang, cute little Danish town, and driving down to Santa Barbara. We're expecting the car to die any second because we just went through some puddles. We found out online that maybe the problem is the connector coming from the oxygen sensor in the catalytic converter, and the water gets in there and it confuses the electronic control unit and gets bad signals until the water drains out and it gets better. And we need to take that apart and stick the grease in there to keep water from getting on the electrodes. Trying to get out, go south and get out of this rain before the car dies again. Alright, we have arrived in Santa Barbara. We're right on the wharf, Stearns Wharf. We're just walking out on it with Santa Barbara behind us. Headed out onto the wharf.
the 535 and trying to figure out why the car dies when it goes through a rain puddle. So I'm here under the driver's side. Got this little box under here that the oxygen sensor connector runs to. You have a new oxygen sensor over there, and the wire runs here to this box. And then you're left with this connector. The question is there something that water could get up inside of? Doesn't look like it to me. We'll pull it apart and see what it looks like. These pieces came apart, okay. The two ends. I don't see any water in there, but I'm gonna just put some grease around the outside of this connector. I'll get these two reconnected. This stuff is non-conducting, so you can't get it up inside where the connectors are. Just like that. Wipe off the extra. And now I'm going to wrap this with Gorilla Tape. Try to get a good seal on either side. The other option, I guess, would have been to do some shrink wrap. Would have been a lot cleaner. But this box will hold everything together up there. Tuck that right in there. And get it up where it belongs. So get this thing tightened down. Wire's tracking okay through here. Tighten this one down as well. That's that. That's attached. It's up inside this little box. Wire comes out the other side there. And I think it's ready for road test. And that will surprisingly be my first attempt at a repair on this car.
Actually, this went through, but it was, you would drive way out here to a wholesale nursery. Look what's right in front of them. They have the flag, and they have a barbecue, and all of this lights up, and hardly anybody ever uses it.
Oh, right, you have a bed. Grandma's house too. Yeah. Three beds.
Where's your other one?
That's a lot of beds.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
Maybe you can show me that when we get there. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I will see you in a minute. We're gonna hop in the car and
Yeah, we'll get that oven fired up.
That's so good.
Okay. Okay, there you go.
Hey, I want to have you.
What do you want to have?
oh, Rennie,
Don't tell
I just thought about something. No more. Who keeps giving him cheese? No more cheese.
Grandma.
Paul,
Yeah.
Paul, did you give
I
her
just,
more
yeah.
cheese?
Oh,
Both
my,
of you.
no, goodness. Oh.
No more cheese for either of you.
Hey,
What's in your mouth?
you put your
Oh,
son
that's
in.
nice. Yeah.
Look out the window. Umizoomi? Umizoomi, what is it on?
Woo, Daddy.
Look at this.
Hey, Grandpa, on Prime is Umizoomi.
Look at
No, Grandpa, on Prime is Umizoomi.
I have Garfield on.
We don't want to watch Garfield.
Who's waiting?
I want
Grandpa, Umizoomi on.
We survived So far, made it home. 10 days?
Yeah.
Close to 10 days. Got a little sniffle on the way home, so we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah.